Greetings. What's going on, guys? Hey, welcome to the live Q&A, man. You know what I'm saying? We back at it like we never left, man. As always, for coming through, give you guys some free game, man. We're gonna give out y'all a copy of that 50 pounds and 5 month formula. The formula that I myself utilize to lose 50 pounds, 5 months, keep it off. Been teaching it to hundreds and hundreds of guys ever since, man. And just helping them get ripped, stay ripped long term. And if you want results like that as well, you want to lose that stomach you got that's just hanging over your belt line, making you feel subconscious at the beach. You want to cut up and feel confident, feel good about yourself. You want to walk into 2025 better than you walked out of 2024. Go ahead, get that free fat loss system. It's in the comments, right? Completely free. Go get that. All right, type in the chat if you guys can hear me. Type 1 in the chat. Type 1 if y'all can hear me. You can see me, all that good stuff. Just want to make sure I'm audible. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can hear me and see me, type 1 in the chat. We got the Amanda show. Amanda says, "Good evening, Coach Corey." Good evening, young Amanda. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Hope you're doing stupendous. Thanks for coming through. Type 1 if you guys can hear me in the chat. Just want to make sure audio's good. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. All right, man. We're gonna give y'all a second, man, to get caught up. Yeah. Okay. All right. Got my good old Pellegrino on deck. All right. Drop a 1 if y'all can hear me. I'm wondering if YouTube can hear me. Okay, there we go. Type 1 if y'all got me. All right, I got one in the chat. All right, for sure. All right, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? Guys, let me know where y'all from, man. Before I'm letting a few guys get in here. You know what I'm saying? Let me know where y'all from, man. Type your city in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Who we got in the building? Rep your city. Type your city in the chat. Let me know where y'all from. I'm gonna give some of y'all guys a little bit more time to come through. Yeah. Word. All right. Word. So we got the homie Philippe is from Bangkok, Thailand. Okay, we got Bangkok in the building. shout out to Bangkok. Who else we got in the building, man? What other cities in the chat? Let me know where y'all at, where y'all from. All right, first question of the night: thoughts on taking the food scale to restaurants? I think it's a fantastic idea. In fact, I walk around with a portable food scale. You know what I'm saying? Every day. I got like 3 food scales here at the crib just so I'm, always prepared to be able to monitor my food intake. Because here's the thing, if you ain't tracking, you slacking. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers out here complaining about not being able to lose weight or build muscle. I would say 90% of y'all are not tracking what you're doing, or you're not doing tracking consistently. You're the sum total of the actions you've taken in your life. And so if you want new results, you have to take new actions. And one of the best actions you can take is just start to track everything you consume, right? I track it with this little portable food scale. It fits in your pocket. I walk around when I go to restaurants. Like last night, I had date night with my girl. I pulled up with my man bag. Had the food scale in there. Had my work phone in there. You know what I'm saying? Wallet, shades, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm a firm believer in tracking what you do. Guys, where y'all from, man? Type in the chat, man. So we got Bangkok's in the building. Okay. Arkansas is in the building. What up, Scroggin? What up? Let's Talk Show is back. What up, man? It's from Houston. That's what's up. What else we got? Who else we got? Where type in the chat where y'all from? Where you from? We got Vision Target Shoot is from London. All right, London. We got Kyle's from Destin, Florida. Where is Destin? Right. Michigan. Hey, that's my home. That's my home state, man. You know what I'm saying? How cold is it out there in Michigan, man? Who else we got in the building? Type your city in the chat. I want to know who we got in the building. Rep your city. Philly's in the building. What up, Philly? You know what I'm saying? Cincinnati. Sorry to hear that. I was just fucking with you. I always tease people from Ohio. It's a little Michigan humor. South Carolina. Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? Southern Carolina. There we go. We got Maryland. Okay. All right. Detroit, Michigan. My mother's in the chat. Greetings. Love you, girl. I promise I'm gonna call you this week. Moscow, Russia. What up? Okay. Being in Detroit keeping you big as hell. I would agree with that. That's why I left Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I moved out. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a shout out for Bitcoin reaching all-time high? Nah, we ain't shouting out Bitcoin on this channel, bro. only real dollars get shout outs on this channel. Northern Virginia, okay. Pittsburgh's in the building. What up, Pittsburgh? Cali. Shout out to California, man. Y'all bumping that new Kendrick album over there? You know, let me know, man. I like you know what I'm saying? I like the new Kendrick album. You know what I'm saying? Kevin says 30 degrees and the Lions are getting destroyed by the Bills. I'm sorry to hear that, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's just one game. You know, the season's pretty much secured as a winning season at this point, unless they just fuck everything up. Love you. Hey, I appreciate the love, man. Corey, thank you for all the advice you've given us. I've lost 45 pounds in the last 2 years. Okay, and picked up a few pounds of muscle. Hey, let's clap it up for Jason Wonder. That's wonderful news, Jason. Priscilla says, yes, we are. Greetings, Priscilla. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm glad you're here. Jerry, hello. Greetings, Jerry. You know what I'm saying? We got Kingston, Jamaica in the building. Jamaica's in the house. My island dwellers. What up, man? Yo, from Alaska. Do those cheeks clap when you walk? Not mine, right? But I do, in fact, know some people whose cheeks clap when they walk, and it's not me, right? That's what happens when you get lean. You don't have to worry about that no more. Do you have clients in Russia? Not yet. You know, would I take a client in Russia? Potentially. Just depends on if they have qualified. There is an application process before you are even, you know, sort of qualified to even work with me directly. I am taking on a few new clients who want to get an early start on their New Year's resolution goals. You cannot be lazy, though. You cannot be lazy. You have to be coachable. You have to be good at communicating, because I am going to communicate with you on a day-to-day basis. You know, if you're not afraid of hard work, if you're not afraid to communicate, and you do want some help, feel free to apply. The links in all my bios on Facebook, you know, the main channel here on YouTube, you know, Instagram, all that. You can apply with the link there. No guarantees, though. I can't guarantee that you'll get a spot, but you can apply. You know, Cali. Yeah, hey, Cali's in the building, man. Shout out to Cali, West Coast. What up? Gallon of water a day, would you recommend? Hell yeah. I drink 1 to 2 gallons a day. Like, a gallon should be the standard. If you're not drinking at least a gallon of water a day and you so-called are on a fitness journey, are you really taking this shit seriously? Are you really like serious about your fitness, your fat loss, your muscle building? Because if you ain't at least doing that, like, that's entry level. That's like getting in your car and not turning the ignition on. Are you really attempting to go somewhere? You really want to fucking leave the parking lot, right? Then turn the car on, right? That's how I feel when people be like, you know, should you be drinking a gallon of water? Like, yeah, like, that's the only way you're going to get anywhere. You know, you can go days and days without water, but I mean, I'm sorry, you can go days and days without food, but you can't go more than a couple days without water. Water is vital to fat loss, performance, uh, immune system function, brain function, organ function, everything. It's everything. You know what I'm saying? You've helped me a lot. I love your videos. I appreciate that. I'm glad I could help. KK, right? So, you know what I'm saying? KK. Kendrick is awesome. West Coast love. Favorite artist is definitely Tupac, though, with California love, of course. I mean, you know, that's cool. That's respectable. You know, without Tupac, we wouldn't have Kendrick. I believe that you know, essentially, um, you know, he influenced and paved the way for guys like Kendrick. Am I a Tupac fan? Not really. I like Tupac's music, but it's like there's not a lot of essentials, I feel like. And I think it's because I just was a kid when he was hot. I couldn't relate a lot. Now I like some of it now, like going back listening to it, but like a lot of my favorite artists are artists that, like, as I was coming into my love of music, you know, they were coming on the scene, like a Kendrick, like a J. Cole, like guys like Lupe Fiasco, Ab Soul, you know, Big Crit, guys like that. Right. Type in the chat if you love music. Who's your favorite artist, man? I would love to know. Corey, what are your thoughts on seed oils? I never think about irrelevant shit. You know, seed oils is one of those things that like food dye, you know, shit like that. I literally have never looked at a package of food and been like, ugh, this got seed oils in it. I can't eat this shit. Like, I ain't never said that in my fucking life. I do not ever think about it, ever, because it's not that relevant. Honestly, if your consumption of foods is at least 80% whole natural food sources, you know, the likelihood of you being negatively impacted by seed oils or fucking food dyes or all this other stuff that people be fear mongering is very minimal, if any, right? Like, it's not a big deal. Honestly, if you guys are fucking worried about seed oils, just do this. 80% of your diet, just make sure it's an actual real food. It's not processed, it's not packaged, don't even got an ingredient label. You do that, and you're going to eliminate an abundance of that shit anyways. And not to mention, if you're tracking macros, right? Like, you're tracking macros, you're just naturally not going to gravitate towards a lot of processed junk anyway, because it's not macro friendly. So that's my thoughts on seed oils, man. I don't be thinking about irrelevant, dumb shit. If that was helpful, type 1 in the chat. Is 4,000 calories of McDonald's okay? Yeah, if you want to be big as hell. You know what I'm saying? Eat all the McDonald's you want, baby. If you want to have a big ass belly. You know what I'm saying? What's good, champ? Birmingham, Alabama. Shout out to Alabama in the building. What up? We also got West Virginia in the building. What's good, West Virginia? All right, what we got? Bro, can I eat 2 green apples every day, or is it bad? Well, it depends. What are your macros? What is your goal? You want to assess what you should be consuming in relation to the amount of nutrients that you need to get to a goal, right? So if you're looking to lose fat, for example, you need to be burning more calories than you consume. You need to be in a calorie deficit. And then with that calorie deficit, if you want your body to look a certain way when you lose this fat, right? Keep the muscle, get defined, things like that I talk about. You should be tracking your macros too, your calories that come from protein, carbs, and fats. So if you're tracking all of that, all you really have to do is understand how many carbs you need a day, and then make sure that the amount of apples that you want to eat actually adhere to that. You know, if you're not tracking that, I mean, that's your answer. You got to start tracking your macros, and you fit the amount of apples you want to consume into your macros. Right now, if you need help with that, you don't know how to do it, just get my free fat loss system. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop it again in the chat for those who just came through. But that free fat loss system, that's what I utilize to lose 50 pounds, 5 months, keep it off. And also what I teach to my clients, you know, many who have, you know, exceeded that. You know, some of my clients have lost like one of my guys, Julian Prince O'Shea from the UK, man, this dude lost 50 pounds in 3 months with the system that I'm giving y'all. So, if you guys want to lose fat, keep it off, get ripped, build confidence, go get that guide. It's free. And maybe it'll help. Recommended multivitamins. I am a big fan of any like food-based multivitamin. And the reason why is when you get supplements that are made from food sources, those nutrients are what are called more bioavailable. So for all you guys that aren't nutrition dorks, basically what that fucking means, your body can actually utilize those nutrients better. So you get the absorption of all the vitamins and minerals in comparison to a more synthetic source. I use one called this company called Rainbow Light. So Rainbow, you know what I'm saying? Like, what occurs at the end of the pot of gold, you know what I'm saying? Rainbow. And then light, like light on in the room. Not saying you got to go get that, but that's just the one that I got that's food-based. You can get any food-based one. I think you still get good absorption. Truth be told, with multivitamins, there's not a huge variance though. Like with food-based versus synthetic, you're getting a slight edge of the food-based absorption if you want to just optimize for that. Guys, if that helped you, type 1 in the chat, man. Let me know if you just learned something from all that jargon I was just spewing. Corey Armstrong Fitness. So how's your day going, bro? Fantastic. My day is going stupendous. How about you? How do you feel about liquid IV hydration that you put into your water? I'm not a big fan of liquid IV in comparison to better brands. I like what it is. It's an electrolyte powder for those that don't know. And the reason why electrolyte powders are valuable is because when you think about hydration, people often just say, hey, just drink more water. But what actually locks the water into your muscles, cells, organs, actually, gives you the functionality of it is binding it with the electrolytes. So actually, how much sodium, potassium, things like that you're actually getting in conjunction with that water. That's why electrolyte water is superior for hydrating your body than just regular water. So when you add additional electrolytes, especially if you're on a low carb protocol or if you're fasting, especially, tons of benefits. Like you just get better hydration and it leads to faster fat loss. You are able to function better, right? You're more focused, things like that. Now, the problem I have with liquid IV is that a lot of the times the liquid IVs, I know they just came out with a sugar-free joint, but the old one had excess carbs that I don't think you really need, especially if you're just adding electrolytes. Who the fuck wants to add extra 10 carbs for no reason? If you're tracking your carbs, guys, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you don't want to be wasting your carbs drinking it on electrolyte powder. You want to eat that predominantly. The other thing is, in comparison to better brands, like my favorite brand is LMNT, right? In comparison to this, the sodium levels here are actually significant. Like you get 1,000 milligrams of sodium in one packet of this, which you could feel the benefits of that instantly if you're dehydrated. Whereas I think with a liquid IV, you only get 500. So 2 liquid IVs equal 1 of those. Why go through that bullshit when I can just get 1 of those? Right. So that's my whole thing with liquid IV. Is it a bad brand? No, but I prefer, other brands like LMNT, for example. Okay. Hopefully that was helpful. If that was helpful, give me a flex emoji in the comments, man. Y'all know the vibes. Can you shout out my friend Ivan Strohan? He lose 15 kilograms when I send your channel to him. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, man. Hey, drop in the comments, guys. If you've lost some weight watching my channel or watching any of the videos I post, hey, let us know. Let us know in the chat, man, how much you lose. That's what's up. Congratulations. I enjoy fasting all day and then breaking my fast with about 33 to 5,000 calories during the night. I love this fitness journey. Hey, whatever makes you happy. Personally, I like fasting once a week for a little bit of metabolic flexibility as well as dietary flexibility. Like, for example, I had date night with my girl yesterday. I ate a bunch of carbs. It was my carb day. I had to refeed, the hormones and whatnot for, just making sure that my body doesn't stay stagnant. Another thing I talk about in that free fat loss system, go get that if you need to learn how to do a proper cheat day, a proper refeed. But I ate that. I had some dessert, right? I had a burger, some sushi, a little bit of fries. I had some cheesecake. It was lit. And today I'm just fasting. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm not going to get big as hell. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. That's what's up. Yo, Dave says good choices. Bro, I'm currently 15% body fat. I want to bulk and get bigger, but I also don't want to be fat. I heard that you should try to cut, lean out 8 to 5 and then bulk. I would agree with that. Like, I always encourage my clients, and this is something that I waited to do too. Wait till you can visually see your abs and then build muscle from there. Most of the time, for most guys, unless you have really, really good muscularity, most guys don't see their abs until they're like below 15%. So somewhere in that, like you said, 8 to 12 range, a lot of guys see their abs at that point. And then that's the point in which you can really start to increase those calories and build muscle. I'm gonna tell you guys the reason for that. The reason you want to build muscle from a low body fat percentage is because when you're going into a calorie surplus to build muscle, you got to raise your calories up, right? What happens is you're actually gonna you're gonna accrue some body fat. What you want to do ideally is minimize it so you don't get fat as hell. That's the mistake I made when I was out here looking to build muscle. I just wasn't tracking, everything. I was what you call dirty bulking. I was just getting a bunch of food in, protein in. I was eating a lot, like a lot of you motherfuckers be doing, and not tracking it. And I put on some muscle, but I also put on like a bunch of fat. I got really fat, and I got fat swole, basically, is what you call it. So much so that people didn't even know that I was still working out because I just looked fat. You know what I'm saying? That's what you don't want. So that's why you want to wait until you can get your abs visible and then build muscle from there. You guys are on a journey to build some muscle too. You could use the fat loss system as your basis and just reverse the math on it for muscle building too. So if you need a system to teach you the principles of how to train your body, and then obviously how to track your macros, if you're new to it, go get that fat loss system too. And you just reverse the numbers to build muscle. Hopefully that's helpful. All right. So does semi-fast food places like Jersey Mike's and McDonald's count as real whole food? You think McDonald's is a semi-fast food place? McDonald's is the epitome of fast food. That shit ain't fresh, like that food. Yo, I don't think it gets more processed as far as fast food than McDonald's. So I wouldn't say that. I would say a place like somewhere that they have to throw out all their ingredients at the end of the night, right? I'm gonna give you some examples just so you're aware. Places like Chipotle, Qdoba, Kava, Bolé, right? Places that essentially they have a bunch of fresh ingredients that they make that day. There's a motherfucking grill in the back. If you come there at peak hours and they ran out of meat, they got to make some more, right? Not like McDonald's where they got an infinite supply of everything except the Frosties because the machines always broke somehow. So no, not at all would McDonald's count as real whole food. Jersey Mike's is a better alternative in that you definitely can find more macro-friendly options there. But I mean, it's a bunch of deli meat. Deli meat's highly processed as well. Not to say that it's bad. You can still hit your macros and make stuff happen. But you're on a fat loss journey, right? You're gonna gain some water weight fucking with shit like that because the sodium levels are gonna be crazy high. So unless you out here sweating it out, a lot, you're gonna be disappointed in there attempting to hit your macros at Jersey Mike's and shit. Now it could work. Like I got a guide. So in my program, we have something that's called the Armstrong Army academy that I'm building out. And it's this, inventory of master classes and guides that I only give my clients. And in there, I got a restaurant guide where I talk about how you can select certain things at certain restaurants and order it in a way that don't fuck up your fat loss. So there's specific ways you want to order items like that, from places like Jersey Mike's, or even like a Chipotle, a Qdoba. If you don't respect yourself, go to McDonald's. Pull up McDonald's if you don't fucking respect yourself. If you don't love your body, right? You want to be shitting all night, you want diarrhea. Yeah, just go to McDonald's, right? But if you do love yourself, I'd advise against it. My bad, man. I went off on a tangent. If you need some help understanding what nutrients you should get, though, get that free fat loss system. That'll walk you through a lot of it. Do you think beef tallow is good? Yeah. What's wrong with beef tallow? I don't think nothing's wrong with beef tallow. Okay. Who would win in a fight, Jesus or Optimus Prime? I'm gonna have to go with Jesus, man. I'm gonna have to go with Big J. You know what I mean? Like, Optimus, yeah, he can turn into a fire truck, and I'm sure that has its benefits, but I don't know if there's a lot of things you can do against God's son. That that guy can walk on water, turn water into wine. He can die and then raise up again. Like I don't think he would fight Optimus Prime. I just think that Optimus Prime would run out of ways to be able to fight him. And what happens when Optimus Prime runs out of gas or his battery dies? So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Jesus. Jesus. Lost over 100 pounds in a year. Start watching your videos and recently learned about more nutrition, lifting weights, and calorie deficits. Hey, let's clap it up for Doug. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? You guys lost some weight, man. Drop in the chat. You know what I'm saying? How much you lost. I would love to celebrate that victory. You know what I'm saying? Bananas or for breakfast? Pause. That's wild to ask me. Doesn't matter what you eat. Calories in versus calories out is all that matters. Okay. Yeah, man. If you don't care how your body looks, man, and you just want to lose weight, yeah, calories in versus calories out. You know what I'm saying? You can do that all you want, but if you want to be lean, if you want to be ripped, you want to put on muscle, you want to maintain muscle when it's time to lose weight, you got to track the macros. I wish I could tell you that, hey, man, you can just be as lazy as you fucking want and get the best results. Nah, that's just not how it works, man. Not in real life. Not in real life. Corey, how can I build a home gym with a budget of 50 cents? Get on the motherfucking floor and do push-ups, man. You ain't gonna be able to buy shit with 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? You are a beautiful chocolate, man. I would agree with that. And I appreciate the compliment. Bro, you look like an actor, Michael J. White, or what's his name from Yuri Bayaka movie. Hey, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? It's actually not spelled J White, it's Jai White, like Jai. But thank you for the compliment anyway. You know what I'm saying? Best source of vitamins is through natural way, like vegetables or fruits. I would agree with Dublin Snob. Shout out to Dublin. That's the best way. The biggest animals on the planet are 90% vegetarian. I don't understand what that has to do with anything, but shout out to the vegetarian animals out here. Shout out to them, man. What are some good healthy snacks besides fruit and nuts? Pause. Yo, it's like when you say snacks, right? Like that's the thing. Like I don't like when people like categorize things as healthy because healthy is not objective, it's subjective. Healthy depends on who you're talking about it with. I could tell you that having fruits is healthy if you have a healthy functioning pancreas and your body can secrete insulin with no problem to remove the sugars from your bloodstream and put it in your organs, livers, and cells. If you are diabetic, that's the worst possible advice I can give you. You should not be eating a bunch of fucking fruits because you do not have a healthy functioning pancreas, right? So healthy is subjective. It just depends on who you're talking to. Like I talk a lot about in my videos, like fat loss, maintaining muscle, maybe even building muscle, right? And so really the best snacks is for you to have high amounts of protein and high amounts of fiber if you can. So you can get some of the fiber from fruits, even nuts, pause. You can get it from protein shakes, protein bars, Greek yogurt. Some of you motherfuckers is French and y'all love cheese. You can have cheese sticks. You can have jerky, things like that. Quick. When people say snack, they thinking quick, packaged, right? Is that better than fruits and nuts? No. In terms of just you're looking at the value of that nutrient and what it has, the less ingredients it has, the better. But can it still be healthy and help you get to your goals in relation to somebody who wants to lose fat, maintain muscle, and even build muscle? Yes. So the protein shakes, the bars, the Greek yogurts of the world, things like that, cheese sticks and even jerky, those are solid pickups if that's what you're asking, man. That was helpful. Drop a flex emoji in the chat. Drop a flex emoji in the chat. Started listening to you and how to track my macros using 60 20 20. Why are you doing that? You ain't never heard me say 60 20 20. I would never tell you to do that. Using the app to stay and track within the goal also is helping with weight loss for an upcoming fight. Okay, so you a fighter. Okay, so you on some extreme shit. Yeah, your goals are different than most people. Yeah, I usually coach on a 40 30 30 just for anybody that wants to know. If you want to know what that means, just go get the free fat loss system. It'll break down how to get your calories right, how to get your macros right, all that stuff. But hey, let us know. Come back through on the next live, man. Let us know how the fight goes, man. Whenever the fight is, I don't even know. Sharon says, I want barbecue chicken pizza with a side order of weed. Good for you. What else? What else we got over here? Okay. Jesus. Yeah, man. I would agree, man. Jesus is definitely gonna, what I'm saying? He's gonna serve up Optimus Prime. Um, what do you think about Juice World? I never think about Juice World. That was a wave of music that wasn't made for me. I feel like it was made for depressed people. And at that stage in my life, I was not depressed anymore. So I didn't resonate with what he was talking about. How much weight should I gain each week on a lean bulk? It's not about how much weight you should gain. It's about monitoring your weight gain in composition. So looking at your lean muscle versus your body fat percentage and making sure the body fat percentage either stays the same or very slowly creeps up. That's what the fuck you need to be looking at. Don't worry about these people that tell you you should only look to gain 1 or 2 pounds a week. No, look at the body fat percentage. That's what you really need to be watching, because if your body fat percentage is shooting up, right, and your total weight's going up, that's not a good look. You want to maintain your body fat percentage if you can while building that lean muscle. And that's easy to track. Just get you a body composition scale that measures body fat percentage, or go somewhere, whether it's a gym or a facility that has either a DEXA scan or an in-body scan. That's even more accurate. Who would win in a fight, you or prime Mike Tyson? Tyson. I'm not fighting Mike Tyson. You crazy, man? That's one of the most lethal people on the planet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fighting Tyson. I'm gonna just walk in the ring and walk out and get paid. Not losing weight, but gaining muscle like crazy. That's what's up, William. And you keep getting them gains. What's your goal in life? To become the best version of myself and help as many people do the same. Right? That's my life goal. Thoughts on shawarma? I think it's pretty good, but I'm not gonna lie, man. Shawarma's kind of overrated. It don't make no mistake, it is good. I've eaten it a lot of times from a lot of different places. I know you ever in Detroit, right? I know some of the places that you should go to and the places that you should not go to, right? But honestly, there's better picks, especially when you look at like Mediterranean dishes, man. I've had much better things. Put a girl on. Hey, go get that free fat loss system, girl. That'll do everything you needed to do for sure. I don't understand why people say pause if you know you are heterosexual. You're not gay, so why say pause? It's just an expression, man. It's like if somebody next to you uh, sneezes and you say, "Hey, bless you," right? You don't have to be like a religious person to say that. You don't have to be a Christian to say that. Just as well as you don't have to say that shit at all if you don't want to. Like nobody's obligating you to behave that way. It's just terminology that people utilize to essentially conform either to social norms or to just show some courtesy, be polite. I just say pause because I like motherfuckers to know what it is, right? I think you're taking it too seriously though, man. It's just fun. All right. It's just fun. Relax. Working out on a tonal, good or bad. Also, drinking 2 protein shakes with 40 grams protein a day, good or not? Nathaniel, I don't have enough information about you as an individual to make that assessment. You just giving me basic stuff like I drink protein and I work out. That's fine. I mean, are you seeing results? Because if you are, then it's good. But if you're not, then you have to assess how those things relate to your numbers. Because if you're looking to build muscle, it's not about whether you're taking 2 protein shakes a day or working out on tonal. It's are you getting enough calories to give your body the nutrients that it needs to actually be energized and perform and build more muscle for you? And then are you actually getting stronger with the tonal? So are your lifts increasing? Are you getting more reps and sets with more weight? If the opposite goal is true, if you're looking to lose fat, it's the opposite. Are you maintaining the strength that you've already acquired with your tonal or even building strength? And are you creating a calorie deficit? Are you hitting your grams of protein in relation to your lean body mass every day, right? Are those 2 protein shakes helping you with that? And if so, all right, have you been doing that consistently and then tracking your total calories and then how much weight you're losing? If the answer to that is no, then you got your fucking answer, bro. You're not tracking the right things, right? But that's really what it is. It's not about the tonal or the protein shakes, man. Those are just, you know what that is? The tonal and the protein shakes are like the streets that you turn down to get to a new destination. Let's say you get into your fitness goal is like you having an address to somewhere you never been, right? What you do is you put the address into your GPS and your GPS tells you where to go, right? If you turn left or turn right here, the GPS will guide you and tell you how to get to that goal, right? Protein shakes and tonal, man, those are just making a left turn or a right turn, but it's not going to determine if you get to that goal or not, right? It's about the overall journey, the overall steps that you take incrementally to get to that, right? So they can work, yeah, right? But they can also not work if you're not tracking the real shit that you need to track. Guys, if that analogy made sense, type 1 in the chat. Are grapes good for you? I don't see why not. It's just a good carb source. It's got a lot of water. I don't know that there's anything bad about, but it's like the thing I said just now. It's not about the grapes. It's about how does that relate to your total calories for the day? Like, what are your total calories? If you're not tracking, you slacking. Hey, how about doing 100 push-ups a day? Great for upper body. If you can do 100 push-ups, you probably shouldn't be doing push-ups as your main go-to strength building exercise, because you do 100 at that point, that's just endurance, right? Like you can do 100 reps like that's endurance at that point. It's not building no strength for you, you know. Uh is training to failure bad, or could I keep going with it? I would say it's not the most optimal way to build strength, because it leverages on the side of like maxing out the intensity of you doing a particular exercise. And intensity is okay. It's just when you max out intensity, you really have to take a long period of time to properly recover from it, right? A lot of you guys' biggest thing that can help you right now is just optimizing the nutrition, because that's where your body gets the things that it needs to actually recover. So that's more important than training to failure, right? If you ain't got your nutrition locked in, that failure shit is just, it's not going to help you at all. Now, I personally, I don't train to failure because I don't think you need to. I think, you know, volume and frequency are more advantageous levers to pull on when it comes to training to actually like build muscle. But I mean, some people, you know, leverage the whole intensity thing too. It works, but you got to really know what you're doing from a like program perspective. Like you got to really be tracking like your sets and reps for the week and be looking at your total volume and seeing if you're actually increasing. Um, a lot of you guys don't even know what the fuck I just said though. So if you don't know what I just said, don't train to failure, man. You're a beginner. Just get the basics right. What about one meal a day on high protein and fast the rest? What's the goal? If you're looking to lose fat, it can help, but it really just, it's about the total calories for the day. So you could overconsume foods in one meal too if you got a big enough appetite. So if your goal is to lose fat and you want to just do one meal, it could help, but it only helps if the calories that you consume are not a surplus, right? You need to be tracking to do that, right? Make sure you go grab that free fat loss system if you ain't never tracked a calorie before. You need some help with that. What's your opinion on this? My body holds fat with toxins. Okay, everybody's body holds fat, man. That's the whole reason we're here. Mm. So my body holds fat with toxins that accumulated over the years, and our bodies are smart enough to not allow our bodies to burn fat till the toxins are dealt with. Um, yo, I have never heard, like I would literally have to do some like research on that particular topic itself, because I ain't never heard somebody say that because they have so many toxins in their body will not burn fat. Like I think at this point it's sort of being you're overcomplicating the whole process, right? Because in the absence of nutrients, you got to think about this. How does your body function? If nutrients are not present, how is it going to function? Well, it has to use something to function. It has to use a fuel source. So whether there's toxins there or not, if your body's going to keep running, it's got to use that fat. So I don't know where you're getting this line of thinking from. I'm not gonna say it's wrong. I ain't never heard no shit like that. Right. I've been coaching for almost 10 years. I ain't never met somebody who had so many toxins in their fucking body that they just couldn't lose fat. So sounding like a myth to me, buddy. It's sounding like a myth, sounding like that internet bullshit. I find it hard to maintain high protein intake because I drive a truck. No, it's not because you drive a truck, my friend. It's because you are a poor planner. Okay. Be honest with you. Nobody else is going to tell you the real shit. Bro, you just suck at planning, right? You know how many clients I've had that lost 40, 50 pounds driving a truck every day? Dozens, right? You ain't special, right? You just you don't got a plan. You just out here winging it. I can tell you how to get your protein goal right now. If y'all want me to tell Muddy Bear how to get his protein goal, type 1 in the chat. I don't even know what your protein goal is, but I guarantee if you do this, you will hit it, right? You will hit it. Just get at least 8 to 10 ounces of your favorite lean protein source. It could be ground beef, ground turkey, ground steak, right? It could be chicken, it could be fish, it could be any of that, tuna, whatever, doesn't matter. Get 8 to 10 ounces. portion that twice. So now it's 16 to 20 ounces. You make that into two meals. Each meal is 8 to 10 ounces, right? So you got 16 to 20 ounces of dead animal, right? And you take that, you get 2 protein shakes that you make yourself with like protein powder, and you just do a double scoop in each. So your average protein powder is going to be somewhere around 20 to 30 grams a scoop. You double scoop it, right? So that means one shake is going to be anywhere between 40 to maybe 60 grams of protein. You do 2 of those shakes and 2 of those high protein meals I just said, bro, you're going to hit your protein goal every fucking day. Every day. I just solved your fucking problem for you. Why? Because I plan. I make plans for people. Right? And I've been doing this almost 10 years. You, my friend, are just new to this. That's all it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not that something's wrong with your profession or, you know, something special. Nope. You just suck right now. You got to get better. And I'm glad you came here today, because all you got to do is just do what I just said. You know what I'm saying? Add vegetables with it. You'll be good. You know what I'm saying? Guys, if that helped you, drop a flex emoji in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Can you go bowling? You want me to go bowling? Why you want me to go bowling? I do go bowling sometimes with my girl. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then. But it's not my favorite thing to do. You focus on weight loss a lot, and that's how you gain success. But do you think you'd also start doing videos and shorts on how to build muscle and maintain weight at some point if more people want to see it? Guys, if you want me to make more muscle building videos and maintaining weight videos, right? Drop a flex emoji in the chat. Let me know. A lot of people just don't ask for it, man. But if the streets want it, man, I can make it. What happens if you don't eat enough protein on a cut? For example, my body needs 180 grams. Let's say I get 90 per day. What will happen? Would I lose fat or muscle or both? You lose both. You lose muscle, right? Because you're not giving yourself enough amino acids from the protein to maintain it. And, you know, if you're in a deficit with that, of total calories, you lose fat too. So you lose both. You would look like a small version of yourself. You wouldn't look any more defined or ripped. You look how, you guys ever see that picture of DJ Khaled when he lost like 40 pounds with Weight Watchers, but he looked like the same, right? That's how you're going to look. You're going to look the same. You're going to look like he like a small, like DJ Khaled's like round, like an apple, right? Now he just looks like a smaller apple, smaller DJ Khaled. So that's how you're gonna look, man, if you don't get your protein up. If you're cool with that, then hey man, fuck the protein, man. Don't be drinking protein shakes or eating dead animals or any of that, man. Fuck that advice. But if you don't want that, you gotta change it. I'm Bruce's wife. Amy, what up? What's popping? 38, 5'5", 210. How many calories should I be consuming to lose weight? I can do Amy's macros. Guys, if you want me to make your macros, drop your height, age, weight, and goal in the chat. All right. So if you are our Bruce from the program, Bruce J, you know what I'm saying? If you his wife, yo, you basically family. so I got to do your macros. All right. All right. So Amy, go get your pen and pad. Go get your pen and pad. All right. So Amy's 38. Okay. 5'5". You know what I'm saying? A little shorty. 210. Okay. 210. All right. So your BMR, your basal metabolic rate is 1,600 calories. So your body will burn that on its own. What I would say is you're looking to lose some fat. You want to go slightly under that. What I would put you on is 1,400 calories as your goal if I was coaching you, because, you know, you want to give yourself that sort of range of the calories being slightly underneath your BMR. So that way it's going to ensure you're going to be in a nutritional caloric deficit. And then everything that you do on top of that from an activity standpoint is just extra credit. So your total calories, Amy, 1,400. Your total grams of protein is 140 grams of protein. Your carbs for the day is 105 grams of carbs. And your fats for the day, 47 grams of total fat. Guys, if that was helpful and you want yours done next, drop your stats in the chat. Make my macros. Okay. Hopefully that was helpful, Amy. I'm 260-pound fantasy, looking to get to 230 pounds of muscle. How fast can I make that happen? I mean, you can lose 30 pounds in a couple weeks, man. You know, it don't take that long. It's not really about how fast you can lose that weight. It's like, how hard are you willing to go? Like, how much work are you willing to put in? Like, what kind of sacrifices are you willing to make? You know, like, I got clients out here losing, 20 pounds in a month. You know, if you want to like really get it off, you can get it off, right? Go get that free fat loss formula that I dropped in the chat and also in the description of the video. It'll show you how, but you're going to have to put in a lot of work though, if you want it fast, right? If you want to, everything you've done to this point in your life got you to where you are now. And so if you want to get somewhere different, you have to behave in a vastly different manner than you did to get here. Because if you just keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to stay just like this. So you got to stop that, right? I think really it's just about, getting to the calorie deficit, finding out what that is and pushing that deficit as much as you can. I got a bunch of tactics and things I could, talk about specifically, but I think if you go grab that guide, it'll give you a lot of the things that I teach. Everything from, the calorie deficit, how many steps you need to get, the training, the fasting, what nutrients you need to be focusing on, things like that. Why can't I stick to fasting? Because you're not hydrating enough, right? You're just not drinking enough water. That's all it is. If you're not at least drinking 1 gallon to 2 gallons of water a day, that's why you can't stick to fasting, because you fucking dehydrated. You playing. Right? You playing games, right? You got to take this more seriously. All right, here we go. Oh, okay, let me get down here. Okay, we got some people wanting their macros, mate. All right, here we go. So Priscilla, shout out to Priscilla. So Priscilla's height is 5'7". She's 45. She's 155 pounds. Oh, your goal is 155. You're one. Okay, I got it. I'm tripping, y'all. It's almost my bedtime. If y'all ain't noticed, I got the blue blocker glasses on because it's almost time to go to bed. All right, 5'7". Okay, tall, shorty. 177. You want to get to 155, and you are 45. Okay. All right, so we're about to get Priscilla's macros. So Priscilla, your BMR is 1,500 calories. So what I will put you on is 1,300 calories. Get your pen and pad ready. Write this down. 1,300 calories. And then I will put your macros like this. I will put you on 130 grams of protein, 98 grams of carbs, and 43 grams of total fat. You do that every day for the next 2 weeks, I guarantee you're going to drop a ton of weight. Just come back and shout me out. Let me know how much you lost from my prescription, okay? Hopefully that's helpful. You know what I'm saying? Last couple questions before I get up out of here. What else we got up in here? Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Not at this moment. You know what I'm saying? Not at this moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 10-foot tall, 200-pound Olympian demigod. I think that's cap. I ain't never seen a human 10-foot tall. If you 10-foot tall, you're not watching this channel, man. you playing some in some NBA game or doing something. You know what I'm saying? What's the best way to drink electrolytes without drinking Gatorade? just buy some electrolytes like LMNT, get some powder and mix it with water yourself. You do that, you should be fine. Can you make my macros? Yeah, 6'4", 207. My goal is to get muscular and lean, so probably 109. All right, let's do it. So I need your age. I need your age, your height, your weight, and obviously your goal. That's the only way I can do your macros. I need your age. Okay, so sick is 23. I got you, fam. So sick 23, 6'4". Hey man, shout out to you, man. You out here tall, you know what I'm saying? So when you get the weight off, man, you get lean, man. It's gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? Tall dudes got an advantage. 207. All right. So your BMR is 2,000 calories. So if I was coaching you, I would say just come up under that BMR so you can get lean quicker, right? I would just put you 200 calories under it. 1,800 calories as the goal. 180 grams of protein. 135 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat. Yo, you do that every day, you're gonna get lean fast as hell. you do that every day, you're gonna get very lean very quickly. And you could even bump it up, like your protein, just a few grams close to what you say your target is, maybe like 190 grams. Some days it might end up being that, but yeah, like you do that, you're gonna be lean as hell. Matthew, we chatted a few months back. I lost 30 pounds. Hey, let's go. Young Matt out here getting ripped up. Hey, congratulations, brother. Hey, shout out to Matt, man. Let's clap it up in the chat for young Matt. That's how we get down. You know what I'm saying? What would you rate my deadlift PR? Be honest. I'm 13. But whatever you about to say, I would rate you a 9 or above. Just the fact that you're lifting weights at 13. You know what I was doing at 13, man? I was doing push-ups and sit-ups at the crib, man. The fact that you're even lifting weights at 13 is awesome. 275, yeah, man. You're strong as hell, man. I know guys, grown-ass men that can't even deadlift 275. They can't even do 250. Right, be up there struggling and shaking with just 250. So yeah, you strong, bro. You killing it. Yeah, shout out to Matthew, man, coming through with the wins. You seem like the type of dude that will turn a naughty predicament into a funny ass story. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. Yeah, man, like, life, I think life is like, it's an assemblage of moments, and those moments mean whatever you say it means. So people get really wrapped up in like how others perceive them, or like how they feel like their life should go, and these expectations. I'm like, yo, fuck that shit, man. Like, whatever happens, like I'm gonna make these things work for me. And a lot of the times, man, like, things happen, and if you're able to find a humor in it, you can actually enjoy the struggles or adversity or things that you may encounter that for most people would seem negative. It's kind of like a superpower, you know what I mean, when you think about it. Like, for example, back in 2020, y'all, I went to jail, you know what I'm saying? And I learned a great life lesson from that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hear me tell my life lesson story before I hype off when I went to jail, type jail in the comments. And I'll tell y'all the story. Appreciate you. Means a lot coming from you. Hey, man. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. You crushing it. You're crushing it, man. Keep doing what you're doing. If you big as hell, what are the most macro-friendly fast food options? I mentioned them a little bit earlier, but my top picks are going to be places with like grilled dead animals. So like, Chipotle, Qdoba, places like that. Sandwich shops are decent too. Sandwich shops, Subway. My man's mentioned, Jersey Mike's, Jimmy John's. Those are kind of a good second picks, for similar reasons. Um, and then like literally the only like places that got like grilled chicken sandwiches, like Culver's, Chick-fil-A, places like that are pretty decent too, in my opinion. All right, y'all want to hear the jail story? All right, so so in 2020, um, I was negligent in that I had a bunch of fines. For y'all that don't know, okay, when you get caught doing like anything in traffic, like running a stop sign or yellow light or speeding, it's called a civil infraction. I had like 4 civil infractions, like in different cities, right? So I had like one for like running a stop sign, running a yellow light, speeding, like and then one of them was like my insurance had expired and I was still driving, right? So shit like that. Basically, all you got to do is like go pay the ticket and then the cops don't bother you. Well, I just neglected that shit for a long time. Like months and months and months went by. Over a year went by on these 4 places. And basically what happens if you don't take care of a civil infraction, man, that shit turns into a warrant. And, they are supposed to arrest you. So I was just driving one day, doing one of my part-time jobs at the time. And the cops got behind me because I guess they ran my plates and saw something. And it was like, hey man, we got a couple warrants for you. we gotta take you in. I didn't complain. I wasn't angry. I wasn't like an asshole. I just was like, hey, y'all got me. I'm out here riding dirty, as a chameleonaire would say. What I got to do to get out? And they was like, all you got to do is pay your bond and you can walk out today. I just so happened out, I worked. So I had some cash on me. I was like, hey, just grab the cash in the dashboard, bring it with us. And that's what they did. So like I went in, I paid my bond as I went in. So I never technically went into a jail cell. I was out of there in like 5 minutes. But the moral of that story, guys, because I was like having fun the whole time. I was making jokes and shit. When I went in there, I was like, hey guys, I gotta tell my friends I went to a jail cell. Can y'all show me what a jail cell looks like? And so then they walked me to the jail cell. Obviously, they didn't put me in there, but I got to see what one looks like. You ain't never been to a jail before. It's just like it's not like in the movies where it's like a bed, right? Like the holding cells at like a local county office is like it's like a cement block that's like melded into the ground. And there's no real pillow. It's like a cement mold that looks like a pillow. It's like a hump, and it's like a one toilet and a sink, and that's it. And the moral of the story, guys, is like, you know, if you ignore reality long enough, then eventually it's going to catch up to you. Right. So, I had put off taking care of my responsibilities with the civil infractions, with my insurance, with different things with my license, and then it caught up to me. And it's just proof that you can ignore reality all you want, but you can't ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. You know, a lot of people do that with their fitness journey, right? They continue to tell themselves, oh man, I'm, next month, next summer, next year, right? And they keep putting it off year after year after year until, they big as hell. They got chronic illnesses, and they've essentially lost themselves. They don't recognize themselves when they look in the mirror. They're not confident. And more importantly, they're a shadow of their former selves, and mentally knowing that they can be doing better. So it starts to fuck with them mentally. And, that's just the accumulation of just continuing to put it off and hope for the best. But I'm telling you guys, you don't have to fucking do that. And eventually, you'll come to that crossroads where either you discipline yourself now or life is going to discipline you later with, something, either illness, dying early, or just, feeling like you wasted your potential. And if you don't want that to happen, take action now. Don't wait till fucking January 1st, like everybody else is going to do. Take action today, right? Before you go to sleep tonight, ask yourself, what can I do to put myself in the best position to improve myself from a mental, physical, and spiritual standpoint? You know, what's that first step I can take to start to walk towards becoming the best version of myself? And if it's just getting more information, right, getting some guidance because you don't know what to do, hey, just go grab that free fat loss system I gave y'all tonight. I think that'll be valuable. I'll drop it in the chat one more time before I leave. And that's it, guys. If this was helpful and you want me to go live more often this week, go ahead, just drop the word live in the chat, and then I'll do an announcement on when my next live day is. You guys got something from the live? Just drop live in the chat, and then I'll go live again soon. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Hopefully this was helpful. Till next time. Peace.